Today, let's have a conversation about worry, and this really comes from the heart because in 2 hours, I'm going for a root canal and I'm trying not to freak out. But it was making me think about worry and agency life, and we've talked previously in the last few days about anxiety, about depression, about stress, and the life of an agency owner is stressful, and there are things that you tend to worry about, things that may happen in the future, upcoming meetings with a complex client or a complex project, or perhaps you're worried about what if something happens, like all of the servers go down, or these terrible scenarios. And over time, I've worked out that if I entertain these thoughts of worry, and start to imagine what is potentially going to happen, I'm actually putting my body, my mind, and everything through the emotions as if those fictional circumstances, because remember, they've not happened, it's just me imagining, but I'm putting my body through all of those emotions, through exactly what it would feel like as if that thing had happened. So I've got this root canal coming up. I'm trying not to overthink about it. I'm trying not to think of injections. I'm trying not to think of drilling. And I'm trying not to think of the worst possible thing that could possibly happen, because actually, probably what's going to happen is it's not going to be that bad. I really hope it's not going to be that bad. Otherwise, I'll be freaking out. But anyway, the idea is if we are building up potential things in the future before they've even happened, and we're going through scenarios in our mind, then we're putting ourselves through torture. So what we need to do, and what I've been really trying to do on this root canal, it's coming back to the root canal, is every time my mind starts to wander and imagine what might happen, what the process of the root canal might be, what they might have to use with regards to equipment, I have to check myself and tell myself, no, I will deal with it when it happens. I'm not going to start imagining the worst. I'm not going to start imagining scenarios that haven't even happened, that don't even exist other than in my imagination. Therefore, I don't need to put my body and my mind through the stress of fiction. So that is what worry is in a lot of circumstances. It's fiction. It's your over imagination building up something to be worse than it's probably ever going to be. So if you've got a call that you need to make tomorrow or next week, or you've got a meeting that you've got to go to, you've got something that you are feeling anxious and worried about, then see if you can try going through that exercise and reminding yourself that it's probably not going to be as bad as your imagination is going to make out. And every time your imagination takes you down a path of woe and of fear and of stress, then try and check yourself and bring yourself right back into the now and think, I'm going to focus on today, because there's nothing I can do about whatever it is in several days. And secondly, it's probably not going to be as bad as my imagination will make out. And also remember, when we think something's going to be terrible, a lot of the time, it's actually great. I'm not saying a root canal is going to be great, but I certainly have experienced meetings where I've been freaking out before the meeting, and the meeting itself has been absolutely wonderful. The client's been fantastic, and we've nailed everything. And I've come out of that meeting floating on air, despite the fact I was freaking out for a whole week before it. All right, so remember, worry is worrying about fiction. It's your overactive imagination, and by entering down that, you are freaking yourself out, stressing your mind and your body out. Now, how do you deal with worry? I really need to know, so head on down to the comments below. If you want to join the Facebook group, there are agencies, WordPress enthusiast designers from all around the world in there. That's wpinnovator.com/group. If you liked this video, give us a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe.